Hey travelers, welcome back to Sims 4 on our channel. Today we're going to go ahead and begin a massive build. Basically, I own all of the kits now, and I've made a list of all of the ones that I have not built with or done anything with. So we're going to build an estate that uses all of the kits that I haven't used yet. We are going to be building in Willow Creek. If you can hear the meowing, that's my cat. He doesn't like it when I talk out loud. I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to build on this lot right here, Oakenstead. And I do want to tell you the ones that I haven't used. So let me see if I can figure out how to do that. So I don't know if it's still recording or not, but the kits I haven't built with are Business Chic Kit, Refined Living Room Kit, Casanova Cave Kit, Secret Sanctuary Kit, Golden Years Kit, Kitchen Clutter Kit, Sweet Allure Kit, Comfy Gamer Kit, Sleek Bathroom Kit, and Restoration Workshop Kit. So those are the ones that I will be playing with today. I'm definitely going to have to build quite a big house in order to play with those today. So let's go ahead and jump into that. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that our lot is flat because it didn't seem so to me. I am using a reshade, a G shade, more specifically. And this video is just going to be about building the house and doing the landscaping. We will go inside and furnish it on a different. So that's a lot of kits, so let's go ahead and just start with the basics. And I haven't played with Sims in a really long time. It's been months, so I don't 100% remember what everything is for. But we definitely want to start with like a garage because of the restoration kit. So that's where we want to start. It probably doesn't need to be quite that big. And then I do want a pretty good sized house, so I'm going to start here and go for like an entryway, one that can encompass stairs. Okay, and then we do need, I also want to use this space for things like a laundry room and a bathroom. And a pass through, like a hallway area for the kitchen and dining. So let's go ahead and do what we can in terms of that. So let's say that's dining. So let's go ahead and have this be the kitchen. Doesn't need to be huge. And then we can also go ahead and make a room for the butler and give them their own bathroom. Okay. And then we can probably go ahead and make a hallway space. And maybe we can put an extra laundry room right here. Like maybe we can have two. So that then we can have like a conservatory room and an office over here rather than a living room. And this is really big for stairs, so we're going to have to change that around a little bit. But that's okay. We can make it smaller. And then on this side of the staircase will be the living room. And I might make it kind of big and then divide it into two spaces so that the pool can come off from here, maybe. All right, and then we'll go upstairs and we'll go ahead and provide quite a big upstairs space. And I think with this front bit, I'm gonna go all the way up 2. And then I do want to make these walls taller. All right, and then I can go ahead and do some roofing. I I do want to take out these walls because I don't know what the layout's going to look like yet. And we do have a good indicator of what we want all these rooms to be. So we're going to go ahead and pull this like conservatory room over a little bit so that it can line up with the living room. And then we're going to go ahead and make the living room a little smaller. And we'll divide it into like a proper living room and maybe like a piano room. There we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then we do need this entryway to be divided between like an entryway properly and like the staircase. So that's what we'll do for that, at least for right now. And then, like I said, we'll have a butler's room back here with their own bathroom and a laundry area. And this can be the butler's suite in here, with this conservatory type room opening up onto, I think, a pool. I think a pool would be best. Having it open up onto a pool, I think, would be good. Cool. And it doesn't have to be a big pool, it can just be kind of small. Just wanted to have a couple of different areas, that's all. And then we can do some backyard stuff and some landscaping, and then that will be nice. And then I don't remember what I was using this room for, but I think that we can leave it empty for now. This is the dining room, kitchen, butler's room. With, I think that it would be probably best to give this room over to the butler too, at least some of it, so that the butler can have as closed off as possible in terms of their personal space, so that they have as much personal space as they might need. That way this is just a hallway and the butler's the only one with access to the hallway, perhaps. I don't know what this room will be for. Maybe they have pets. Dogs, maybe. I don't know, I'm not really a dog person, but yeah. Alright, and then we need to do the layout, but let's go ahead and roof it. We can go ahead and pull this in. We don't need it to be like that. And then there's this area, but it could be like a balcony, definitely. And it looks very boxy, obviously, but that's okay because we are going for more of a like palatial estate. Well, more of like an estate. It's quite big. So for now, with the roofing, I'm just gonna pull this in. And then I want to go ahead, and this is the hipped roof, I believe. Gabled roof. This is the gabled roof. And I want to pull this way. And I'm going to bring the eaves in on this one. And I think on this one as well. Bring the eaves in. And then we can bring this up a little and cover that part. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then we can go ahead and take a hipped roof and just try to match pitch. Like, it might have been better to use the same kind of roof. Actually, I think that looks fine. And then that's a balcony. So let's go ahead and roof this, and we'll just do one of these. And we'll pull the eaves in. And we'll see if we can get that to line up. It would, absolutely, but then because this wall isn't connected, it does look a little strange from the side. So let's just do that this way. Thinking maybe the hipped roof would be better. Okay, and then let's go ahead and change our roof pattern and try the carriage house one. And then we need to do windows and doors and siding. But I think that it's okay. Like, and I intended this lot to be looking more like this one so they would have something in common. But then, like I said, I have like so many kits I haven't finished using that I figured it would be better to do it this way. Okay, so we can go ahead and get some stairs. I think we'll use the business and hobbies ones simply for the fact that I haven't used them yet, as far as I know. I don't think I used them in my candy build, but to be honest, I wouldn't actually know. So let's pull the stairs back a bit, see what happens. Good, I think that's better. And then that means we will need a wall here. Or a railing, something like that. My guess is that could be a decent landing. Maybe we have a seating area in the landing area. Who knows? I think we can pull this room up one. Yep. To make it a little smaller and to have it block in the stairs. Okay. And then we can definitely decide for ourselves how many rooms are upstairs after we've done the windows and doors and siding and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and we need to do all the kits that I described. So comfy gamer, sanctuary, Casanova, refined living room, sleek bathroom restoration, kitchen clutter. I think those are the ones that I haven't used. Cozy kitsch maybe, but I don't exactly remember, and I'd have to pull up the list again. So we do have a door, the secret sanctuary door, which is definitely weird and is like a bookcase, so maybe it would be good for this. Oh, I forgot this was going to be an office. That's what we wanted it for. I forgot that. I was like, maybe it's an office. I'm trying to see what it looks like. Yeah, it's a bookcase. It's in one of our bookcase stores. Okay, that's okay. That's fine with me. Let's move it down a little so that we can open up the other. And that's the only door we have in that, so we're also going to need the base game. And I want a good-sized archway into these rooms. I feel like that makes sense. And then maybe the smaller one as well, here and here. I think that makes sense. And then we need some regular doors as well and floors, which is important. Okay, so let's go ahead and do windows and doors for everything and see what we can come up with in terms of that. I kind of like this front door. It's not the most appropriate maybe ever, but it's gorgeous. So maybe we do the darker brown. That way we can do the darker brown on the inside too. like for example for this one, and then this is the one into the garage. And so then we could totally put this one into the dining room. And then this is the kitchen. We might have to make the dining room slightly bigger. We'll see. Okay. And then we need just like a normal door. Okay, cool, like this one. So this is the butler's room, bathroom, room, and closet. And that's the access right there for the butler, specifically. And then this is a bathroom, so we need a door here. And this is a laundry room. So we won't have a laundry room over here with the butler because I didn't remember that's what I wanted, even though I just started building. Okay, and then we do need the illusion of a garage door, so we can either paint that to look like one, or we can assign like a door that reminds me of a garage, but I don't think I have one in the base game. Yeah, I don't. So that'll have to be a paint choice. And then here we also have this conservatory, so it needs a door in and out. And then because I've used dark brown doors, I feel like dark brown windows make sense. So let's go ahead and see what our window options are. Keeping in mind that this is the base game stuff, so I think the mega ones are going to make the most sense in the dark brown swatch. So I'm just going to start placing windows. I think I will use as many windows as I possibly can in the mega style because they make the most sense in terms of the build we're going with. And this is a conservatory, so it would have a lot of windows. And then this is the room our piano is going to be in, so I feel like it would also have a lot of windows. Probably not more than that though, because the house itself is not very big. And then this is the living room, so it's going to have less windows probably than the conservatory, but still probably quite good. And that's the little front room, so yeah. Alright, and then this is a bathroom and a laundry space, and then this is the garage, so we'll need to mess around with that. I wish these came in that brown swatch, but they don't. This one does though. So we're just gonna line the walls with these like this, so that it looks more like a garage, because if you ask me, garages always have these really weird small windows. I don't know if that's actually accurate or it's just my interpretation, but yeah. And this is the kitchen, and then this is the butler's room. There you go. And then there should be this one. Yeah, the nice narrow one. But there isn't like the tall narrow one. Like we need one that's like tall. And we don't have one. You know, it's like these ones but narrow. We could mix it up by putting some of these in here too. I feel like that could be okay if we just kind of sprinkle them around, but I don't know if it actually makes sense. Like, I think it looks great on the conservatory, but it looks weird everywhere else. Alright, so we're not going to do that. We could probably place these ones. No, that looks horrible. Okay, well, that's it for windows and doors then. I mean, that's all we've got in terms of that. Because we didn't get any windows or doors with the actual pack. And then I don't want to put it on a foundation, and I don't want to do windows for the upstairs until we know what the layout's going to look like. So let's go ahead and get some flooring. Definitely want like expensive flooring, as expensive as we can get. Maybe this mahogany one. Not everywhere, obviously, but yeah. And in the dining room, and in this office, and in all the hallways, because that makes the most sense. And in this little closet, and in the staircase room up here. Okay, and then we can do the rest of the floors too. So we're gonna go ahead and do this flagstone in the kitchen and in the conservatory. And we can go ahead and do tile in, hey look, we have these tiles. Gleam Dream tiles. That's cool. I don't know what that is, but we can do that in the garage. And then maybe we can do a selection of these tiles in the bathroom and stuff. So bathroom, let's go with the white ones. 3 bathrooms on this floor. Let's do green in the laundry room with the tile. And then we'll also do hardwood in the bedrooms as well. Okay, cool. And then that's at least utilizing something from the kits. And it unselected all my kits again, which I find very obnoxious. Like, I just don't like it that it does that. I don't know if I've actually used Cozy Kitsch or not before. I can't remember, but I know I haven't used the other ones, so. Alright, so then we have windows and doors done, and the one thing I want to do is look at if we have any railings. No kit railings, but we should probably put railings on that. Cool, and then we should do this layout. For now though, I'm going to go ahead and put some lighting in. This is the temporary lighting I'm using. It's not going to be this. These aren't the lights that we're going to go for. Unless I'm using it from a kit, they aren't the lights that I'm going to use. Okay, so some of these are really cool. We've got like pendant lights of varying sizes, and then we've also got these orb ceiling lights and the glow stick fluorescent one, which I think makes sense for the laundry room and for the garage, but I also like these ones, so let's go ahead and put these in the bathrooms, and we can change their swatches. I'll put this one here. And then let's see if they have different swatches. Yeah, they do. And they have swatches that match. Yeah, they do. They have swatches that match. That's cool. Okay. Alright. And then I feel like these lights also make sense for the conservatory. Which is basically just going to be flowers and a seating area, I'm pretty sure, in terms of how my brain works. Alright, so there's lighting, at least for some of the rooms, and we can begin decorating in a different video. We do want to get through some landscaping, but let's go ahead and plan the layout. So, this is a really big house, so let's go ahead and plan that out. So we can have a bedroom here and a bathroom and then a bigger bedroom, if that makes sense, and they can share that bathroom. Although in a house this big there's no need for them to share, so let's go ahead and put in a seating room for the master suite. And then the master with the master bath and bedroom. And then let's go ahead and pull this hallway around. And maybe do a media room right in here. And then let's do like another hallway type deal right here. And we'll do we'll actually go ahead and remove this room. And we'll do separate bedrooms and bathrooms for all of these rooms. Let's go ahead and connect that and get rid of this and put a bathroom right here for this bedroom. And then we can go ahead and build in a bathroom over here as well for this bedroom. This one right here. So they're all en suite, which I think makes sense in a house this big. So that's 3 bedrooms so far and like a media room, you know, and then I feel like we could go ahead and build in a basement and put a gym down there. Let's go ahead and put in maybe a nursery with its own bathroom. And then maybe this one can be the gym room, and the gym room shares the bathroom with the nursery. Maybe. I mean, I think maybe that makes sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull flooring for all the hallways and all the bedrooms. Bedroom, 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 seating room, bedroom, bedroom. This is the media room, this needs carpet. And then we can also utilize this space, maybe, and expand it into the media room. Alright, and then like we can put a little bit of a gym here instead maybe, and put the nursery here. But I don't know for sure if that's a good idea. Because there is the possibility that I will get completely confused, 100% forget what I was doing. I I think we also want to use the storybook nursery. We've used it before, but if we're going to make a nursery, then we should probably use it. And so we can expand this bathroom a little bit just so it has more space so you can access the little gym room from it. All right, and then now we need the doors. So we're gonna use this door. And we'll go ahead and leave access there. And then this space wound up being way too big. Like this bedroom is way too big. But it's not if it's like an office and then their bedroom. That would make sense since we do have that cozy gamer kit to use. And we can make an archway in there on this wall. Let's move this door over to give us extra space. And then we can go ahead and open this wall up. There we go, yeah. Okay, cool. And then let's go ahead and get the rest of the doors. So this one. And we can make these archways too. And someone's car alarm is going off. Always great when you're recording a video. Alright, and then let's go ahead and give them a balcony. So they're gonna have access to the balcony and they're the only people that will. So we'll put some French doors off it and we'll get a railing. And then this is the media room. So I'm gonna get these double doors for it, just these ones. Cool. All right, and I think that's everything in terms of that. And then we can go ahead and get tile, and we can use the tile from this kit again for these bathrooms. It's the only option we've got. Everything else isn't kit related. It's all base game. And then we do need some carpet for the nursery. I think I'm gonna go with this like dark green one. Cool. And then we need a railing. I don't think we have any from the kits at all. Yeah. So let's go ahead and see if we have one that has that really dark brown swatch. This one does. And then we can go ahead and put stone out. Actually, I'm gonna double check that we don't have anything else from any other kit. We didn't get anything, yeah. Maybe we put grass. No. Just some pavers. That's fine. And then aside from windows and siding, like that's pretty much done. Like we need windows on the top floor and we need siding, some sort of wall color. I think brick is best, maybe rock and stone. And again, we don't have anything from like the kits, like except for this stuff. Gleam dream walls, whatever that means. And I just think this is really pale in a way that I'm not the fondest of. For the house, like the windows and doors I went with. But we don't have to keep it all this color, we can change it up. It is just a current swatch. Yeah, because, like, we didn't get anything else. We got, like, this wallpaper. But it is wood paneling, you know. It definitely belongs on the inside of a build. And we have this one from Storybook, but we didn't get very many wallpapers with any of these kits, weirdly enough. And then, like, with this one, this is definitely intended for, like, an unfinished garage, so we can paint that. That's fine. But let's go ahead with windows, because we already know which windows we're using, which is basically the mega windows. Let's go ahead with the windows. I think ideally you want as many windows as you can get. In terms of your own home, but I don't really, I'm not really good at window placement, as you can see. Like, those are up higher. Let me remove this one and this one. You know, you don't need every single wall to have a million windows on it. I'll remove this one maybe. You want people to have light, but you don't need it to be extreme. And I put a lot of windows on the nursery because I think that that makes sense. And then I do want to see how small are these. They're small. I definitely prefer this window. Okay, let's space these out differently because I think that was a lot of windows for that one side. Great, and I think that's okay. We definitely want to change up some of the siding. Let's give a roof trim. It just helps finish off a build. And let's see what our options are in terms of this type stuff. I feel like that's not quite right. Like, I don't think that looks very good. It's fine. It's not like it was a necessity. I'm just, you know, trying things out. And then I do want to go ahead and place a couple of windows up here. And this is like the mission style is also sometimes referred to as Spanish style. But if you ask me, it's not Spanish style so much as it is like white people Spanish. As rude as that might sound. I do need some windows on the roof line though, because without them, they just look totally bare and weird. And with the windows, they look nice and good and like they have purpose, like they'll bring in light. These ones don't fit there though. Will these? No. You can fit these like that, but I kind of wish I had like ones that were shuttered. How about we use this? And I also don't like the fact that you can't size windows up without it looking totally bizarre. Because you can't. But I would use one like this if I could for this section. Maybe just that to give it some indication. Yeah. Okay, and then we do need to vary it up a little bit in terms of what we're looking at for the siding because it just looks kind of weird. And we need to work on some we need to work on landscaping. I feel like brick would be the best way to go, but I don't know whether or not we should instead use stone. I think I'm going to use stone here, and then let's adjust that because that changed more than I needed it to. Ooh, and then this window for some reason did that thing where it's like I don't exist. Oh, also I think this is the wrong swatch. And then it took away my filters again. So I can just filter for base game. And then also I just wanted to mention that my partner is on their way home. So I will be going and attending to my partner rather than being on this. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the landscaping off camera. And any other adjustments I've decided that it needs. Like for example, I think I'm gonna remove this side of the windows. Not all of them, just some of them because they look really weird. Like that's a lot of these little windows. Okay. And I definitely need to figure out a way to make this look like a garage, but I don't remember how to do that in this game. I did know, but I don't know. So we'll see. Alright, so off camera I'm going to go ahead and deal with landscaping and figure out this garage issue. And then we will join back up to begin decorating this first floor. This will probably be 3 videos. I might do landscaping on camera but without talking, and you'll just hear music while the landscaping is going on. I think that would be best. And then, like I said, we might separate it out into 3 videos where the second video is this first floor and the third and final video is the last floor. And then, like I said, it will be part of Willow Creek. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm really happy that you guys stuck around for my channel. I know it was on hiatus and now we're down to only 1 episode per week, but it's all I can reasonably manage in the situation that I'm in right now. So this needs landscaping and I'll do it and you'll hear music, and then the next episode will be us furnishing the first floor. I think it's going to take a lot of time, so I just want to go ahead and make sure that we are dedicating as much time as needed to the first floor and then the second one by breaking it up over 3 videos. So, if there are any games you want me to play or anything you'd like me to check out, please let me know. I have a bunch of stuff on my Steam that I've never put on the channel and some stuff I've never even played. So, let me know if you want to know about any of that, and I will see you guys in the next video. There's going to be some music playing now while I do the landscaping, and I hope that you enjoy that. Please make sure you leave me a like and a comment, share the video with your friends, family, and followers. Make sure you subscribe if you are not already, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, travelers. I hope you have a great day wherever you're at in yours. Bye!